Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gids. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I know I've not been around and I haven't made a video in a very long time, and I thought, you know what? I haven't made a video about my summer fragrances or talking about summer fragrances, so I thought, as we are now coming towards the end of summer, let me talk about the fragrances that I have worn the most throughout this summer period. Now, we have had a pretty decent summer here in London, I will say that. Normally our summers can be a bit hit and miss. It's a bit all over the place, but I feel this year we actually had some really nice weather, very hot, warm, sunny, really nice, pleasant weather, which obviously when it's warm outside and it's sunny and it's bright, you want to switch it up with the type of fragrances that you wear. So I definitely did that. And I thought I would share those fragrances that I wore. If you are not subscribed to my channel and you're just randomly coming across my channel, welcome, I'm Gids, and I'd love to have you subscribe so you can enjoy my future content. Anyway, by the way, I hope you've all had a wonderful summer as well. All right, so let's get straight into the first one. Now, the first one for me, which has been an absolute pleasure to wear this whole entire summer, is from the House of Chanel, and it is Allure Homme Edition Blanche. Now, you will know, if you know this line from Chanel Allure, the Allure Homme line, there are various different flankers to the original. Now, I don't mind the original version of this fragrance, however, this is my favorite flanker. I know they released the Super Leggera version last year. That was the flanker that they released last year. That was all right, but it wasn't that special enough for me to want to buy it. However, this one has always been on my radar. It's always been the one that I have sampled many times when I've been at the Chanel counter, and I finally took the plunge and bought it, and I just reached for it non-stop the whole of summer. So the Allure Homme Blanche edition is similar to the others. However, this one has more of an emphasis on lemon, and it's this really nice, soft, creamy lemon, which is done really well. It's not that screechy lemon that can smell like kitchen cleaner or like a really jarring smell, like a room spray. The lemon in this is done beautifully, and there's some bergamot in this as well, a bit of pink pepper, amber, vanilla. All the notes in this are just beautiful, and it's really fresh and bright at the same time. My only gripe with this beautiful fragrance is I wish it lasted longer. I really do. I feel when you first spray it, it's really nice and it projects really beautifully into the air, but then it sits very close to the skin after a couple of hours, and it's really sad because I want to smell it. So I did take this one with me quite a lot, which meant that the bottle got a bit scratched up because I threw it in my bag and I took it with me and I refreshed it throughout the day. But yeah, I'm really glad I have this in my collection. I think this is an amazing fragrance, and every time I wear it, it's like a burst of energy and a burst of freshness that I feel. Yeah, Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. Okay. The next one I want to talk about is this one. Now, this one my sister was getting married. She got married in May, and I thought, okay, I want to buy a nice fragrance to commemorate and remember the special occasion. I don't know if you guys do that, but whenever I have a really special occasion, like a close family member getting married, or a close friend, or sometimes when I'm going on holiday, I like to have a new fragrance just to commemorate and to create like a scent memory. So this was the one that I chose, and I've reached for it quite a lot since she has got married. Obviously, I'm not just gonna not wear it again, but it's just a really easy one to wear. Like when I wasn't sure of what to wear, I'd grab this one. This is called Vanilla Powder from Matiere Premier. It's the only one I have from Matiere Premier, but I really like the House of Matiere Premier. I think they really are focused on making really good quality fragrances. So I definitely want to explore more. I have my eye on Crystal Saffron. I like Radical Rose? I think that's the name of it. Anyway, I know there's an extra version of this as well, but anyway, so this is like a dusty coconut and vanilla fragrance. It's not that screechy, synthetic smelling coconut that they sometimes use in a lot of like summery fragrances. It's more of a powdery, dusty coconut, if that makes sense. So it's really lovely, and it's got some Palo Santo in this, it's got some musk, and the longevity is really good on this one. It's really good. It can last me the whole day. I smell this the whole day. Lots of compliments. This has become a bit of a compliment beast for me. Whenever I wear this, people immediately say, wow, what is that fragrance? I'll be honest, when I first smelled this fragrance, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. However, it's really, really grown on me, and I love wearing this. So yeah, vanilla powder is one that I've worn, and I would say even though it's a dense fragrance, because it's quite molecular, like there's some sort of ambroxan or something in it, it makes it very, what's the word, effervescent, or it kind of gives it a lift and makes it really sort of sparkles in the air, which works in the summer heat. I don't know how, but anyway, yeah. Vanilla powder from Matiere Premier. Okay, cool. The next one I got is Paris-Edinburgh. Now, I've worn this one more recently. However, this one I'm really glad that I got, and I love wearing this one. This one is such a pleasure to wear. It's just a really nice, crisp, fresh fragrance from Chanel. The key players in this are juniper berries, there's some vetiver, there's some lemon, vanilla, amber. It is a stunning fragrance. I feel like the whole Lezo range is not really spoken about enough. This range from Chanel is so beautiful. It's really clean and fresh, and they're just nice. They're supposed to be light fragrances which you just keep topping up throughout the day. They're not supposed to be heavy or dense. So this is really a nice one which I just love wearing when it's warm. There isn't much of a massive dent, but I have reached for this one a decent amount, and I love it. I love it so much. It's just class, and I just love this one. It's green, it's fresh, it's sweet. It has this burst of citrus and freshness in it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. This is Paris-Edinburgh from Chanel. The next one I'm going to talk about is this one, and this is called Nerolia Vetiver, and this is from the Aqua Allegoria line from Guerlain. Now, I did get this last year, and I typically wear this more when it gets warm because I feel the neroli note in this and the vetiver works so nice when the weather is warmer. It is just, neroli is just such a happy but classy note in a fragrance. I think for me, neroli is quickly becoming one of my favorite notes. I love neroli, and what I love about neroli is it's a very specific note that you can pick up in a fragrance. It has a very specific character, and the neroli and the vetiver in this is done really, really nicely. It's a bit green, it's fresh, it's bright, it's very luminous. It's really, really lovely to wear. So I've been reaching for this one quite a lot, and what I'll do is I will layer it with Wūlóng Cha from Nishane, and I'll talk about this one next. This is a tea fragrance which I have spoken about on my channel a few times before. It's probably I only really have two fragrances from Nishane. I only really like this and Annie. I don't like a lot of the others. I don't like Vetiver. I don't like any of the other stuff that they've released. It's just not my thing. Like, I've tried a lot from Nishane, and I think these two, this one and Annie, is my favorite. But anyway, this one I wore quite a lot as well. It's a tea-based fragrance, but it also has some bergamot, orange, mandarin, nutmeg, musk, and fig. And of course, the oolong tea as well is in this as well. It's just a really easy wearing, fresh, light fragrance, but it still has its depth and it performs really well in the heat. It's just a pleasure to wear. I just love it. And I really like this bottle as well. I love the lid, and I just love wearing this fragrance. It's just perfect. When I'm not sure what to wear and it's really, really hot outside, I'll wear some of this, and then I'll also layer it with Nerolia Vetiver from Guerlain, and the two of them are amazing together. Really, really nice. Okay, the next one I want to talk about from Diptyque is Orpheon. Now, Orpheon for me is an all year round fragrance, all year round. I can wear this one in the colder months, in the warmer months. For me, it's just like a fragrance which I can wear all year round, but I've really, really enjoyed wearing it this summer. And the compliments that I've gotten on this fragrance, everyone seems to be drawn to me when I'm wearing it. And I used to think, oh, but it's a very light fragrance. But no, the performance on this is better than you will realize. And even when you've forgotten that you are wearing this, someone will ask you, what are you wearing? Or what's that fragrance? Especially when people come towards you to give you a hug or whatever, people will still smell you. And it always surprises me how long lasting this is. But anyway, this isn't a video about longevity. I'm not a perfume or fragrance lover who gets really stressed and anxious about longevity. I know how to work with the performance of the fragrances I have. If I like them, I'll make it work. Anyway, this one is so it's got juniper berries in this, it's got jasmine, it's got cedar. So it's a powdery, clean, musky, really fresh, classy fragrance. If this is any word, I would say classy. It's classy. This is one of the classiest fragrances in my collection. It's one of the most versatile fragrances. It's perfect for wearing to an office environment. It's perfect for running errands. It's perfect for meeting a friend, a job interview, going to a place of worship, anywhere which requires you to smell clean, put together, and professional. Orpheon is the one fragrance to have. I mean, it's magic. And yeah, I can see myself going through this by the end of the year because I love this fragrance. I love it. Every time I see it, I'm like, Orpheon, and I just want to grab it and spray it. Really, really nice. I pulled the trigger. I've wanted this one. This is Chanel No. 5 Premier. And very, very different to the OG Chanel No. 5. Completely different. This is a more fresh, citrus, musky interpretation of Chanel No. 5. Still has all the aldehydes, the lovely florals, but it's just more fresh and clean. It smells really clean. It smells classy. If you like something like Orpheon, would you like this? Probably. You would definitely be able to appreciate this. Obviously, a lot of men would probably not buy a fragrance like this. For me, I'm a Chanel lover, so I delve in the whole collection of Chanel. I go through all of the perfumes and I just go by what I like, what my nose gravitates towards. But this one is beautiful. It's just really clean and incredibly classy and modern as well. I think this is a much more modern version of Chanel No. 5. I think this one came out maybe five or 6 years ago. So it's still it's still a quite recent release for Chanel, and I just think it's really nice. If you don't like the OG, check out Wūlóng Premier. This isn't easily available in a lot of places. You have to either go to a specific Chanel boutique or you have to order it online, which is what I did. But I love this one. This one is beautiful. So good, so good. From Labo Another 13. As you can see from the dent, I've reached for this one non-stop the whole of summer as well. This has been one I've worn quite a lot, like at least 2 or 3 days out of the week. I mean, I've rotated all of these pretty well, but I would say these fragrances I've worn quite a lot this summer, considering. And some of them obviously have quite substantial dents, which you can see, but Another 13, again, this is one I like to layer. I would sometimes layer Another 13 with Orpheon, although I feel like Orpheon doesn't really need to be layered with anything. I've just got in the habit of layering everything because I have so many fragrances, and it's another way to get use out of them and enjoy them and create something interesting. But yeah, this is a musky fragrance. It's very, very musky. It's very molecular. It has ambrette in this, I believe, and some pear, and some other like musks and things like that, and other synthetic notes. Another 13 that's really interesting is it smells different on everyone. It's a fragrance which I still think is quite understated. It's not, to me, a loud fragrance. Some people say, oh no, I can smell it. I think this works differently on everyone's chemistry. There's something about this. And also I think everyone's nose picks this fragrance up very differently as well. We all smell something different. But I feel like these kinds of fragrances are really good to have in your collection. These kind of versatile, musky, molecular clean types of fragrances, because on days when you don't want to wear something which is obnoxious or loud or cloying or headache inducing, like there are days when I have my headaches, I used to suffer from migraines, and I don't want to wear something loud and really beast mode because it does give me headaches. But this one's been a real pleasure to wear for that reason. And it works well in the heat. Oh, the last one I'm going to be talking about is my most used the whole of this summer. The most used. And this is the most affordable fragrance, I think, maybe now in my collection. Possibly. It's this one from Zara. This is a collaboration with the perfumer Jo Malone, and this one is called Fashionably London. Now, can you see the dent? I bought this one the same time as I bought this, right? The same time, when it was my sister's wedding. I went into Zara and I was trying out all the perfumes from the Jo Malone range, and I tried this one and I said, wow, that's really, really nice. And I sprayed it on, I walked around, and I was quite surprised at how long the fragrance lasted, so I went back and I purchased it. This is a rose forward fragrance. People compare it to, is it Delina or Delina Exclusive? I think probably Delina Exclusive. To me, it doesn't really smell the same. Delina Exclusive is in a different level, different tier of quality. It's more dense. It's a different fragrance completely, but people compare it to that nonetheless. I think this is a wonderful fragrance. It smells like it's got maybe something a bit leathery and spicy as well at the same time. I can't quite describe it, but it doesn't list all the notes that this fragrance has. It just says it's a rose-based fragrance, which of course it is, but there's something in this which makes it a little bit spicy and a bit leathery. I can't quite describe it. It smells to me, to my nose, musky, rosy, leathery, but then there's something fresh in it as well, like maybe some bergamot or something citrusy, which makes it a bit bright and easy to wear. Anyway, I will get to work where I work, and I'll spray this on me as well. So I'll just spray it, and then I'll just sort of spray it in the air. And every time I walk into work, or people walk into where I'm working, my area where I work, they say, "Wow, what is that smell? What is that smell?" And the amount of people that have complimented this perfume is insane. Hours and hours and hours after I've sprayed it into the air, people still say to me, "What is this fragrance?" And I don't think this was more than maybe £30, maybe £35 tops. And what is this? This is 100 ml eau de parfum. And they even give you, look at this. You even get a magnetic lid. You don't even get this on some of these niche fragrances. Some of these niche fragrances, their lids are so terribly designed, but Zara, you get a magnetic lid. Anyway, those are the fragrances that I wore a lot this summer. Obviously I try to wear as many of my fragrances as possible, but these are the ones I've gravitated the most towards this summer period. But yeah, tell me your thoughts. Do you have any of these fragrances? What do you make of them? What have you been wearing? Share with me. And I will be back very soon to make another video. See you guys soon, and I hope you've had a wonderful summer. And of course, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and hopefully the algorithm will favor me. See you soon, bye.